everybody.
Why am I wearing the mask and not my shades? Okay, we are here today as requested by our viewer, one of our viewer, our subscriber, to do a short video on how to roughly check and what to check when you're buying a used car, especially COE cars. So these are the pointers that we will try to go through quickly with you.
Okay, so first of all, what you do is what everybody does when they want to buy a second hand or a COE car or a car. They go to sgcarmart.com. Okay, so you search all whatever criteria that you want, what car that you're looking at, what's the price range, depreciation, whatever filters that you want, you search it from there. But another important thing to take note is, of course, they are not all dealers are good and not all dealers are bad. Okay, so there are a bunch of them who are a bit unscrupulous lah, I would say. Okay, a bit mean lah. Okay, that's a gentle word to put it. So a safe way to look at it is to look out for those dealers that are CASE accredited, CASE accredited dealers. Okay, so these dealers are more or less been in the game and are quite trustable lah. Also to take note that if you have friends who already been driving cars for a while, who've been buying cars, have experience buying cars, you can approach them and ask them any dealers to recommend, because all these dealers work for word of mouth, and they will give up the top-notch service for customers, because they want them to recommend them to other people. So look out for dealers that your friends recommend, but also take it with a pinch of salt that not all customers are angels lah. So some people also very bad lah, so very mean to dealers. So just take it pinch of salt, just get a few names and search them out from your SG Kamat lah. Then always, once you have shortlisted the cars that you're going to view, then if you happen to already go to the dealer, don't say hi to the dealer first. Stand far away, find where is the car that you're viewing, take note where it's parked. Then later, when you talk to the dealer already, let's say you're going for a test drive, or they're going to move the car out at a better location for you to view, you can go back to that location and check if there's any leaks on the ground. Yeah, leaks are bad, very bad, because nothing is supposed to be leaking from your car. So yeah, good point. Also for the exterior wise, right? Because when you shortlist the car, the dealer shows you the car. Walk around the car to take a look at the exterior. Most importantly, to look out for any mismatched paint lah. Because sometimes when the cars get into an accident, right, or get into a small bang lah, okay, they'll go to a outside workshop to get it done for a relatively cheaper price, but the paint might not be the same color. The paint coat might run off a bit. Okay, also look at when you open up the door hinges, right, because the original paint is painted from the factory of that manufacturer, which will give perfect painting. They won't leave paint marks on the hinges of the car. Just look out for if there are any paint on the hinges, or or the mismatched colors of the paint. Yeah, that's a probably telltale sign of the car ever being in the accident before lah. Interior then?
Okay, interior. Once you get into the interior, just make sure all the buttons are in place and working in order. Also, test for the lights. My Suzuki Swift, I never test. This light problem, 2 years I tong. Open the door, no light. I must manual. So this kind of small things will frustrate you lah throughout the ownership.
Correct.
Because these kind of things you can just tell the dealer to get it fixed. Then most importantly, also the aircon. Make sure the aircon is cold and does not have any like humming or hissing sound. Smell also very important. Aircon is a big part for a car in Singapore, especially very hot weather.
Yeah, I think I missed out on checking out of the rust on the certain parts of the car. I think especially for older cars, COE cars and above, rust is definitely going to be there, but look out for the damage or the extent of the rust. Whether it's very bad, it's gonna eat on to the hinges and stuff. Yeah, that's also one more additional thing to look out for lah.
Okay. Also, while you're still in the interior, when you start the engine, after you start the engine has been started, there shouldn't be any warning lights on lah. So if there is any, like the warning check engine light or whatever warning lights, then that's sign of trouble.
Yep.
Make sure you get it checked and get the dealer to go and rectify this before you.
True. It could be just a OBD reset lah. But then it could also mean something worse. So yeah, better get that checked out.
Okay, before you go for the test drive, just open up the engine bay bonnet and look at the engine bay. Look out for signs of leaks. Nothing should be leaking. I mean, all dealer will go and clean up the engine bay and make it look nice and shiny. They use tire shine, I do before. But you can still look out for some signs of leakage. While you're there, look at the battery. The terminals should be clean. There shouldn't be any like white powder or some dirty things there lah. These are all quite important. Engine oil level to be checked also. Just take out the dipstick, wipe it clean, dip it again, and just check the level and the color of the oil. It shouldn't be too black. It should be brownish, yellowish. That's a sign of good.
Just to add on that, you should check that engine oil level before you start the engine lah. When it's cold, then you get a more accurate reading of the engine oil level.
Okay, once the engine is started, while still at the engine bay, listen out for weird noises that shouldn't be there, like squeaking noise or what. Maybe the fan is going to die. Maybe some engine knock sound. The idle doesn't sound smooth, misfiring or anything. These are the things that you need to look out for before you go for the test drive.
Alright, while you are on the test drive, the dealer will be seated beside or behind you. Do take note to not on the radio, because he might distract you. He would want to mask any noises coming out from the car while driving with the radio volume turned on slightly higher lah. So what you should do is just lower down the volume of the radio, and of course the aircon, just lower it down to until it's of a good temperature lah. You don't have to have the blower on so high, that you can't hear any noises coming out. So that's very important. So the drive should be silent. It should be the installation. There should not be any noises coming out from outside into the inside of the car. Tire noise is fine. Yeah, tire noise is unavoidable because that's the contact of the car with the road. Other than that, you shouldn't hear any humming, any whistling, any knocking. Yeah, that's very important.
It's very exciting to go for test drive, especially if you really like the car.
Yeah,
you'll be wow this, wow that, your wife behind, everybody, wow, so nice. But try to keep in mind what you're trying to look out for before you buy this car.
Yeah. So the other point, just an additional pointer to take note, that admin fees varies across all dealers. So yeah, it might be this amount for you, it might not be the same amount for your friend, because it depends. There's a lot of criteria. I'm not a dealer lah, so yeah, right? Is that true then? Yeah, so they have different criteria for their admin fees. So yeah,
try to negotiate on this lah. Try to get the best deal of the purchase.
Try to get a discount. Probably they should be able to allow you a discount of a certain amount lah. Down payment is also up to your affordability. If some dealers offer 0 down payment, but your installment and your interest will be very high lah. So it all depends on your affordability. You do your calculations first before you commit. Don't until they do the paperwork and everything ready to sign, then you see the installment amount, and you'll be shocked lah about how to eat Kongguan biscuit for lunch or what.
Kongguan.
So yeah, do your calculations. Check what we have told you. I think once you do that, it should be fine.
Yeah, you can always bring a friend also or a mechanic to help you see lah. But these are the things for you to look out for yourself if you cannot find any other people to come with you. Okay, so with that, we thank you for watching this video.
See you again on the next episode of Two Fat Boys. Keep the subscribes coming. Alright, this is a bonus video on top of what we are doing every week. Yeah, so we're releasing more and more videos. So keep the support coming and help us get what we want to achieve to get the word out. Right?
Tell your friends, subscribe. More better, more merah. Okay.
Alright guys, take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.